right, marketers, grab your overpriced standing desks and that oat milk latte you love so much, because welcome to Notorious B2B, the only show where we treat LinkedIn drama like breaking news and expose the real B2B marketing sins.
Yeah, think of us like SNL meets TMZ, but for the people who argue about whether gated content is still a thing or not. I'm Task Bober, B2B landing page nerd, and lovable troll on LinkedIn.
And I'm Tim Davidson, the guy making TikTok-style videos and cutting fruit on LinkedIn. Together, we're cutting out nonsense and roasting the most ridiculous trends in B2B marketing.
Because if we have to suffer through another 10 things getting engaged taught me about B2B sales, we're taking you all down with us.
Let's get into it.
What are you wearing?
What do you mean?
Is that supposed to be the wig that you will wear when you do your solo episode and pretend to be me?
This is my hair. No, I got a better wig for you. I already got you stocked up. Don't worry.
Are you serious?
No, but I will now.
I cannot wait.
I got
to
a blonde
watch that
wig.
episode.
I got a blonde long hair wig. So maybe I'll go with that.
Yes, spot on. Spot on with the blonde wig. I don't even think I've ever seen myself blonde.
Well, you will now.
I've seen myself manipulated in other ways, which we will cover today.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it. I did add it later. But listen, oh my God, what a docket. Like,
it's a fudging docket.
it's a fudging docket. I was looking at it thinking, do we have to split this up into 2 episodes? Like, I don't know what we're going to do. But last week we skipped because it was last minute and I was at a grocery store and I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be recording right now. But I was
Docket was weak anyway. So
birthday party hell. And you said it was a light week. But also
light docket. Yeah, everyone was off. You know, it's just.
Yeah, you're right. The 4th of July. Yes, I forgot about that. So, urgent all hands. This one kind of.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. It went viral on TikTok, but I surprisingly only saw like 1 or 2 things on LinkedIn, and it was just what people had sent me. It didn't even show up on my feed, but you know, that's a conversation for a different day.
It's becoming a meme. I think that's why it's going around. But yeah, not much on LinkedIn. CEO's not posting about it, which is weird.
Yeah, weird. Okay. For those who do not know, the CEO, Andy Byron of Astronomer.io.
Cool name, in my opinion.
Astronomer.io, yeah, because you're Mr. Space Guy. And his chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, were caught having an alleged, I have to say alleged, okay, affair.
They could just be close friends.
On the jumbotron at the Coldplay concert. And the funny thing is, the person who actually exposed them was Chris Martin himself.
Which is hilarious.
Okay, so someone sent us the tweet and then someone tagged Grok and Grok provided the summary on the tweet. So this is what happens. So we're going to play the video.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
Now, the explanation. This video from a Coldplay concert in Boston shows Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and his chief people officer Kristen Cabot on the jumbotron during a Kiss Cam segment, appearing intimate and cozy. Not just intimate and cozy. He has his whole arms like around her, and she has her arms on his arms. I mean, it is like the
backward
huggiest
bear
hug.
hug. It's like the back, like, you know, like the, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sources confirm their roles. Speculation arises of an affair as both are reportedly married. So Chris Martin
Brutal.
even calls it out because the minute they show the video and they realize they're on TV, she immediately turns around and he like bows out of the shot. And Chris Martin says either they're having an affair or they're just very, very shy. And he says this on the mic and people are like laughing, going crazy. Obviously, the video then goes viral on TikTok with people commenting, well, if they didn't react like that, it probably would have never gone viral, right? No one would have thought anything of it. Like, oh yeah, here's this random white couple. Now, here's the funny thing. Kristen joined the company 9 months ago and describes herself on LinkedIn as someone who wins trust with employees of all levels, from CEOs to managers to assistants. Obviously, the internet's having a ball with this and the trolling is real. So one message this account is actually a meme account, you know?
He's everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you always see this face. I
Yeah.
don't know how you say it. It's like Paculo, Pepito.
I'm
but
going to show
you
you
see him
from our
everywhere.
docket. Yeah. So here he is. And he goes, ma'am, I hope this message finds you well. I met you and your boyfriend at the Coldplay concert, and I would very much like to submit my resume for a job. Please and thank you.
Oh, wait, this is on LinkedIn?
This is on LinkedIn because you can see the
Oh.
reaction. So that is hilarious. But this guy is a meme. Like I see him on Instagram all the time. So
Reddit
he's
threads all the time.
Reddit.
Like
He's a
this
he's a
guy's,
troller.
it's either this person or this person's face is everywhere.
Yes. Okay. And then neither have provided comment, but you added another point in there, which you just posted about because you couldn't wait until you got on this episode. Yeah.
Well, I looked up and I was just curious.
Yeah.
I looked on Google Trends, looked for the company name. I looked up Astronomer.io, which is the company. So I obviously found out who the CEO was, and big spurge here on July 17th when it happened. Big, like good for them. Growth hack.
Yeah. It's funny because I had to look them up to find out what they were.
Yeah.
So it's some kind of like technical software product. They like all these articles, you can tell like Yahoo Finance is not like super in the know. They're like, it's a development firm or something. I'm like, I think it's a software.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know.
Look at that. It's just that's huge. Good for them. That's a growth hack.
Does it tell you how big of a spike or no?
I mean, it's not that big. It goes from like, it basically goes from like
goes from
a couple
nothing.
a day. But it's like but
100.
relatively, like apples to apples, it spikes massive, right?
Yes.
Like it's a big jump.
So interesting.
And actually, there was a little bit thing here. If I go to past 12, there's something on October 27th. So I was just curious, like, is that like a funding date?
Ooh, and they have a valuation of like $1 billion, which is
what's up?
What's up with everybody in $1 billion evaluation?
Well,
like, what's going on with that?
Too easy now. It's valuation. It's not actual cash.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I guess with inflation, it used to be 20 million and now it's $1 billion.
Damn, their Series D was 93 mil.
Holy shit,
dude! It's like the biggest company I've never heard of. Like until now. Now.
Okay, fine, fair.
Good for that.
Good for them, but this is not good for them right now.
Well, let's see.
Here's the thing is that I was reading all these articles and a lot of them were like, it's career suicide. Like
his family's destroyed.
He's going to have to step down. And I wonder if that's actually the case because it didn't really have anything to do with the company. But if there's like a board, they're going to be like, you got to get out because this is not looking good for us. We'll circle back if there is a resignation, but I doubt that there is.
I don't think it's, I mean, the family's going to be destroyed. The relationship could actually go very well if they just like, all right, this is it. Like we're going to stay together now forever.
Yeah. Like
and now things are
out of the bag.
Yeah. Like, all right.
Might as well. Okay, so speaking of billion-dollar valuations, hot off the press as of 15 minutes before we got on our recording, Elena Verna posted that Lovable just raised their Series A at $1.8 billion valuation, possibly the biggest Series A ever.
Is it? That's the biggest?
That's what they said.
Well, why? No, you said possibly.
She said, because she said it that way. She said, is this the biggest Series A? And she goes, you're not counting, who's counting? We are counting. And that's what she posted on there. So this is her post and she has her meme because she's the meme queen. And she says right here, I won't read the whole post, but it says they raised their Series A at a casual 1.8 billion valuation, maybe the biggest Series A ever. Who's counting? We are. It's us. We're counting. But forget the money a second and then some product updates. But here's her meme, which says, we don't always raise funding, but when we do, it's the biggest Series A ever.
Damn.
I feel like you can't claim that if it isn't legit, right?
No, I mean, yeah, it sounds about right.
Yep. So
good for them.
That is the latest there. Good for them. I know a lot of people playing around with Lovable. Have you been playing with Lovable?
I've been wanting to, so I've been doing a little bit digging, trying to figure out what I can make with it. It's just like on my list of things to do.
I know it's also on my list of things to do. And then I kind of came up with some ideas of things that I could build on there. And so some things were like, a landing page auditor. So like you would just put in a URL and it would audit based on my POV. So you could build something like that. I told my husband that I wanted to build a pricing calculator for my website. And then he just went and vibe coded one with Klein and ChatGPT together. And so that's like in staging on my website right now. So we didn't use Lovable for that. But there are a few things that I want to play around with just to see what's possible. But I know that a lot of people have been playing around with it. So maybe this will get me to do it.
But just to give people the exact number, so they raised 200 million.
What?
Today. So they got
okay,
200 million.
Yes, the
Like
funding.
the funding, the evaluation is not what they got.
Yes.
For some people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the evaluation at 1.8 billion, but
They got
close to
200 million.
million.
Which is insane for Series A. 200 million's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. No one gets, I mean, you don't even get that for Series D. You just said Astronomer at Series D got 93 million in funding. So them getting 200 at Series A is like insane, right?
So now, I'm just going off of what I can see on watch.com. AirWatch raised 200 million in 2013. She's saying evaluation, it was the biggest valuation.
Yeah, valuation.
Funding, like actual dollar amount, there was another company that raised 200 million.
Just one other company?
Just one other company, yeah.
Okay, so it's still pretty like high up there.
Yeah. Oh, this article is from 2014. Never mind.
Don't mind us just giving you wrong facts or wrong points, I guess. So let's noodle segment. We have a lot to cover, but the first one is Meta poaching an Apple employee.
Yep. So AI craze is going crazy, as always. And I don't know if you saw this. This is a LinkedIn post about it here. Meta, they hired a new employee on the AI side of it. And they hired him for $200 million as their package for a former Apple engineer, AI engineer, essentially. Meta hired Rumoying Pang, who ran Apple's AI model team with a pay package in the hundreds of millions over a several-year period, according to people with knowledge of the matter, who declined to be blah, blah, blah. The pay package is in line with some of the most of other major hires for Meta's new super intelligence team focused on building AI systems that can complete tasks as well as blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, that's a huge package.
That is insane. You know, it's like the draft, like B2B, several year contract, like
that's crazy.
WTF. And it's funny too, because it's like, okay, this is an AI engineer. So he's going to come in, build the systems. It's not like he's just going to use AI to automate a bunch of stuff, but he's actually going to build their
it's
AI
just so crazy
ecosystem.
Like, I mean, AI is obviously huge. We all know that, but like the amounts being paid for these people is pretty crazy.
I never thought that it would get that high. I mean, I've seen like $500,000 salaries, and Netflix is like notorious for like ridiculous large, you know, salaries. And so 200 million is an insane package.
Yeah, like that's
a 200 million signing bonus?
Yeah, it's a signing bonus, but we don't know the detail. Like we don't have their contracts. We don't know what that actually means, but I mean, it's still a big dollar amount to sign one person.
Totally. Okay. Speaking of poaching, there's some additional drama with poaching and the company Windsurf. So for those who are not familiar, Windsurf is an AI code editor. And here's some background. So they were in talks to be acquired by OpenAI for $3 billion. And this is all the employees, all their equity options. They were all very, very excited, right? Because this is what like B2B wants to go for. It either wants to be acquired or go public.
Get paid.
But the deal collapsed. But then over the weekend, Google paid $2.4 billion for a licensing deal for Windsurf's tech and also poached the CEO and the top researchers with him. Meaning Windsurf as a legal entity was stripped of their leadership and the IP, the thing that people would want to buy from them, right? Now, Cognition, one of their competitors, then comes in and buys what's remaining of Windsurf. Probably nothing. They probably just to like buy them and dissolve them, right? I don't know what they're planning.
A domain name, maybe.
Yeah, potentially.
No.
Here's the quote from Cognition's CEO. I think this is the interim CEO. And he says, along with its investors, Windsurf's rank and file employees will see financial compensation from the acquisition. But, however, compensation will probably be for pennies on the dollar, which was not what employees were hoping for. So I wrote this, which is the lesson here is options are not cash. right? You join a rocket ship. That doesn't mean you're going to ride it to the moon. Sometimes you're just a seat filler while the founder sells the engine mid-flight, leaving just him with the actual fruit of your labor. And I want to talk about this a little bit more because this is something that I'm seeing, have seen in the job market, just having been part of startups, joined other B2B companies, my husband being in tech, and just the interviews and things like that I've seen over the years, hearing from peers. So many times, like you hear about, oh, well, and then you get equity in this. Oh, and we're going to go public in 2 years from now. Then it never happens. There's all of these promises and forecasts and all of this bullshit. And then they sell you on this promise. And one thing that my husband and I have always said, and we are bargain broker, okay? So like we are pretty in tune financially, but we always say, I would rather take the guarantee of a lower amount of straight cash than the promise of some big payout that honestly, like the chances of you like having been employee 10 of Slack or whatever, like that's pretty slim. Most startups actually go into the ground before that happens. And so that's kind of what we've always done. Even bonuses, like anytime a company was telling me like, hey, your base is this, but I think your total compensation, we can get you to this bonus. It's like the bonus is not a guaranteed amount. Like, yeah, I'll work hard, but you're going to give me some bullshit at the end of the year that says, oh, well, the company didn't do well, so we can't give you the full bonus. Or, oh, you didn't get this one project done. So like, you could have worked a little bit harder. So there's always an out for them. My advice is to always make sure that you are happy with the base, the thing that is coming into your accounts every couple of weeks or however, whatever the payment schedule is. You need to be happy with that amount. That's the amount that you're going to live on, not the promise of, oh, I'm going to get maybe a $20,000 bonus, $1 million bonus, whatever that is, unless you're in sales, I guess. And you're your entire career is assuming that risk. What are your thoughts on that?
I completely agree. I mean, the amount of people I've talked to that had that promise, just it never works out because it's not that you just get like this stake in the company and then something happens and then you get the money. It's like there's all these extra fees and you have to vest it, and you have to, when something happens, you have to like, there's so many weird things around it that I don't understand at all. And there's much more than just getting like the promises of like everyone wants to be like what's it called? The person that did the mural at Facebook and then they got some stock and then they became a millionaire. Not a thing. Not a thing anymore.
No,
it's very, very rare. Really, really rare. Unless you're lovable, I guess. Elena Verna, but
man, she struck the jackpot there. I will say this too, which is I can't name the company for legal purposes, but I used to work for a company, then left. I had stock options there, obviously. And it was vested because I was there for over 2 years. So that was great. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to leave. I'm going to sell, right? You can either choose to purchase the stock because you're not part of the company anymore, but you can now purchase it and be like, okay, cool, if they ever go public. But I knew the company wasn't doing very well because I was there during the last, reading. Obviously, if you're part of a riff, I feel like the company is not doing that well. And so then I tried to sell it. Now, my shares were worth $6 a share when they had first given it to me. And then it was worth $3 after it was vested because of the trajectory of the company. And then I talked to some past employees who sold some of their shares. And they said, oh, you just go through, these third-party places, blah, blah, blah. They'll buy it from you and they'll probably give you like market rate or whatever. Not only did they not buy it from me for $3, they said, no, thank you. They didn't even want to buy it at half price from me. And so I just let it go. I mean, I wasn't going to buy it from the company. So, and nobody else wanted it. So I just let it go. And it was so funny because part of me was like, that made me feel kind of nice because it was kind of like my, hey, you may not want me, but guess what? No one wants you. So, and money talks, friend, money talks.
Yeah, I mean, and I think of it like this, like, and obviously there's always outliers, but if you just took a little bit higher base and less kind of stock or whatever,
yes,
you could if you were very disciplined, you could take that difference, put it in like the S&P 500, and you probably have a much better return.
Yes. Yeah. Higher chances of success.
If you're disciplined like that. No, not many people are going to do that.
No.
Which is fair. I probably wouldn't do it.
My husband would
I'd probably put it in the bank. Like, yeah, this is cool. More money.
Yeah, this.
You can get some more
I got
Amazon
money.
products.
Okay, speaking of money in the bank.
Iffy
Okay,
transition there.
This one caught me by surprise a little bit. I actually saw it in the feed. But, you know, B2B loves coming up with shady ass tactics, and I don't know where these come from. I was informed that this is like a tactic people have been doing for a while. This is the first time I've ever heard of this, so maybe you can educate me. But here's a post by Amy Hebden. And she said, I don't usually do name and shame posts, but I'm making an exception. To the companies who think this is cute or clever, I need you to know it's absolutely unacceptable. Jiva AI, did you approve this? Sending a cent or two via PayPal is not marketing. It's an authorized transaction that shows up in my books. It creates a vendor record. Do you think that part's dramatic? Okay. It triggers reconciliation work, which then either eats up my time or racks up my accountant's billable hours. I know it's tough to cut through the noise, but I promise you that not all publicity is good publicity. If my accountant is invoicing me to explain your 2-cent credit and commiserate about what an obnoxious tactic it is, nobody's next step is to test out the platform. I hope that helps. And she has a screenshot here where it says Involve Inc. has sent you 2 cents US dollars. And then with a note that says, hey, we just launched Jiva AI, an agentic AI built to take the grunt work out of sales. From lead discovery to enrichment to personalized outreach. Jiva handles it all so your reps can focus on closing, not and it was cut off. So essentially, basically like an email, right? That's attached to this note. And I commented on it and I was like, I tagged Brendan obviously because he was already in the comments here. And I said, wait, what the fuck is this? Companies are sending people random amounts of money to get noticed. And Brendan said, yeah. All the growth hackers found out that the delivery rate for PayPal notifications is really high.
It's true.
So they'll send a few pennies to blast out a message. It's been around for a while, and honestly, I haven't seen it in a long time. And then I said, ew, I'm definitely going to talk about this on Notorious B2B. Have you seen this before?
I haven't seen this one specifically where people tag you in like a Google sheet. And so like those.
What?
You ever seen those, like Google Docs?
No.
If they have their email, they'll tag you in it, and they'll tag you tons of people. But it'll show up as like, oh, someone shared this with you, or someone added you this on this doc, and that's a good open rate if being honest. It's like, oh, did a client send me a doc? Like, I look at it like that. I get a lot of those, especially from like the people trying to sell backlinks. They're very annoying, but I get those. I never seen this.
The ones that I get are the like random calendar invites for webinars that I'm like, when did I sign up for that? I get that, but I've never gotten money, which like, feel free to send me money at any point.
2 cents though.
Feel free to send me money at any point as long as it's $5 or above. How about that?
Are you sure about that? Like, you're still getting taxed for that, right?
Why would I get taxed for that?
I think so. In this case, where she was talking, this was interesting because if they're sending it through a business account,
yes,
that's where it gets interesting. If you send it to like my Gmail, fine. I'm not gonna that's not gonna do anything. But like that's to her point, that is annoying because if you have it going through QuickBooks or something and your accountant sees it and like that's a new vendor, like that's a whole other process that happens, which is very annoying. Especially if you don't see it.
And they want to send it to business emails because obviously then you're on the target, right?
Yeah.
So this is just going to cause issues.
Yeah. The 2 cents part I think is funny. It's like 2 cents. If you add that in, I kind of think that's funny. But if you're causing more work, like that's annoying. I would just send it back. I'd be like, no, it's false. Like
refund.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But did you like when we found this and I sent it to you? Did you like or you sent it to me, one of the two? But did you like my T-shirt idea for?
Yeah.
You never said anything.
Like that.
Yeah, I think your thoughts.
I think I emojied it. I think I did a little emoji there.
Oh,
fine. That was pretty good.
For those of you that don't know, we are trying to come up with cool swag for Notorious B2B, and so it was one of the T-shirt quotes I sent to Tim that said,
hear me out,
0.02 for your cents. What?
And then on the shirt, and on the shirt, there's like a little bit of like a clear bag that's like in the shirt and has like pennies in it, and people can grab them.
Now you're getting too crazy.
Or like you can, we grab them. Or we grab them, we give them to people like, here's your 2 cents.
Okay.
Or like it's a QR code and like people can take 2 cents out of our account.
We're still in the creative stage.
Not to belabor the 2 cents thing. I have seen someone else post about it. So it's definitely a thing. I don't know. I have it's pretty cheap, I guess, like to get open, right? Like I think that's what they're doing. I think it's an annoying thing, but
I get, yeah. If you're paying, I mean, think about how many people they sent that to. It's probably thousands, right? So what's the math on that?
It's like $5. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
I think it is
it's not
$5.
it's not that much
$10.
money. I would love to see the ROI on someone
No,
pulling that kind of
I'm sure
stunt.
it's zero. I'm sure it's negative because of these kind of posts.
These kind of it's not negative, right? Because she also said in the comments, she had tagged me and said, Tass, when you do cover this on Notorious B2B, make sure to talk about the comments that are saying, obviously this works, otherwise people wouldn't do it. But just because something works doesn't mean it's good marketing. And I said, yeah, that's fair. You know, people, we hate content syndication. People still freaking do it. So
now here's the thing. If you've ever had to deal with PayPal, Square, any of those, like what I was saying, like if you do the 2 cents to a business one and it becomes a problem for booking, if enough people refund it, your account's gonna get flagged. So if you use it for other things, you're in trouble. And if you've ever had to go through this, and I have, it's a fucking nightmare. These places are absolute nightmares to get your thing not flagged. Like they will take. I'm still owed money from Square right now. I'm still mad about it.
Oh.
They have like $700 right now, just sitting in there. They're knocking my account back.
Why?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, we're going to talk about that at some point.
Maybe in my mono episode.
Yeah, please tell us all your monosode. That just sounds like a disease, like mono. I'm going mono this week. I've got
that's fair. Wasn't that the best choice of words?
Okay, this one was a little bit confusing for me. Someone did flag it for us earlier this week. But it's less about the actual content on the post and more about how this guy handled feedback. So Joe Cronin said, oops, I think I just struck a nerve. The CEO of TitanX, Joey Gilkey, tagged him, hardcore, just went after me and made some sort of weird threat against my former employer concert in a random comment section of a Steve Richard post. Crying emoji, see below. And basically, it was something about, now TitanX does like, it tells you who to call, like from a cold calling perspective, who to call that's probably in market, most likely to pick up, that kind of thing, right? So it's prioritizing leads for you. And what Joe was trying to say was, hey, if you're only trying to go after high intent leads, that's the 5%. You know, like, how is that going to work? And he uses this example, which is, imagine you're a door-to-door salesperson selling alarm systems. Your territory is a street with 25 houses. At most houses, nobody's home. At 5 houses, there are friendly people who are often outside and constantly talking to salespeople. There are also 2 mansions badly in need of an alarm system with no friendly people in sight. TitanX is like a GPS that will only send you to the friendly people every day. And so that was kind of the argument. But the screenshot is where it gets interesting, where he had commented on that original post and said, you know, billions of dollars in software have been sold to low intent, infrequent phone picker-uppers. Seems like TitanX is good for anyone playing a short game, but if you're playing the long game, I question it. Basically saying, hey, if Titan's only going to let you hit that 5% who are in market, you know, there's still an opportunity to talk to the other 95%. Well, the CEO of Titan got real defensive, and that's really
not the best start here.
Yeah, that's really the juice of this story. So Joey Gilkey, CEO of TitanX, responds to Joe's comment. Doesn't help that their names are like essentially the same. Okay, so he goes, get your boy, Senraj Sundar. I've left concert alone, but happy to give you guys the Nooks treatment. And then he says, Joe Cronin, anyone playing a short game can make a tool a short game tool. And then he goes on to like defend his tool and what, you know, the context, da, 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 da. But obviously starting that with a threat to say, hey, I've left your former employer alone, but yeah, I'm going to give you guys the Nooks treatment. And then tagging that guy to say, hey, come get your boy. Like as if this is like a brawl outside a bar, a B2B bar. And it's so funny because I was like, what the hell is this Nooks situation, right? And that is literally what someone had typed in. And Joe said he took a domain that a reasonable person might think was owned by Nooks and posted content about his company while trashing parallel dialers, essentially a marketing stunt. So that's like next level comparison. So you bought a domain that is
like Nook.co, that's not
that
Nooks.com.
Sounds like it could be Nooks, belongs to Nooks. And then he posted content about TitanX all over that website and shitting on parallel dialers. which is who he competes with.
Did this parallel company look like the actual company? I feel like that's fraud. Isn't that like fraud?
I mean, yeah, it's a market. He says it's a marketing stunt. I don't know where the website is.
Man, there is
I would love
bad
to look at
list
it.
of marketing stunts out there.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's not even all by marketers. It's always like someone who thinks they can do marketing, and it's like some bullshit that they do, some shady tactics like this, and then a marketer gets blamed for it. But that is insane. So perhaps we should do more digging and find out this like random Nooks. You did? Oh, share.
It's Nooks.io.
Share it. Let's see it.
By the way, I don't know what Nooks website is. I looked up Nooks.com. Can't find it. Nooks.io. And it says this, but it goes right down to a TitanX.
Okay.
Parallel diming is all right. So basically Nooks.io. Go to the website if you want. 404 outdated outbound strategy failed to load. Parallel dialing is spam with 3 dots at the end there. The phone intent era is here. There's a video, TitanX, first and only phone intent platform. Then there's a call to action button under there. Return to safety and get 25% connect rates. A little quote here. Remember when connect rates were 30% and we thought that was fine? Question mark. Your future self. How's this landing page, by the way? Taz, the landing page queen. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the reason why it's intriguing is because there's so much shade in it, but like structurally or any like best practice wise, it's shit.
This is funny. So it goes on to talk more about TitanX, but at the end it says TitanX disclaimer. So this is where it's probably funny. Relax, attorneys, get your billable hours elsewhere. The site isn't owned by, affiliated with, or endorsed by Nooks.ai, which is the Nooks site that I could not find, also known as Nooks Communications, or anyone still clinging to the high volume outbound era. We just bought a domain. That's it. Any reference to Nooks are made in the spirit of commentary, satire, blah, blah, blah. That's hilarious.
Is this the way that they're going to prevent a C&D? I feel like if this was any company I worked at, I would issue a C&D so freaking fast. I'm surprised this is still up. And then it's funny to actually go back to that comment where he said, I've left concert alone, but happy to give you guys the Nooks treatment.
Oh, this now makes sense.
And now he's saying this is the Nooks treatment. Oh, that's shady. That's low. Oh my gosh. That's hitting below the belt.
Look how like the video is all black. It's just the guy sitting in the background here. It's hilarious.
Wow. Also, side note, get your Fathom out of the recording screen.
What?
Take him out.
Fucking
Closing him out.
Fathom, you're out. I'm sorry, but get out of there. A little product update there, please. Allow me to X out of it sometimes easily. That's hilarious though. Oh, I'm actually curious. Nooks.
Now you're gonna go to Nooks
AI. No, they show up first. I was just curious if they showed up like right after him. That'd be hilarious. Because it's .io. I am actually annoyed he didn't buy Nooks.com.
Well, it's probably taken.
Expensive. No, it's not. It's this.
Oh.
But it's probably pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's somebody owns it.
Because if someone's gonna type in Nooks, they'd probably type in .com first.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so anyway, he's going around. So that's like competitor stuff on a different scale than what we're used to seeing with like shitty comparison pages.
Yeah, they got a really big villain vibe going.
Yes, disclaimer: do not do stuff like that. That is.
Unless it works, let us know. Let us know. Work?
If it works, Joey Gilkey, let us know.
What's your conversion rates there, huh? Tell me.
Oh, I bet it's interesting. Or he'd fudge the numbers for us, but okay. So that's the drama there. So we had so much on the fudging docket.
So much that Tim and I talked for an hour and a half. Yeah. So an hour and
a half. It's usually 2 to 3 and it's 3:35 right now.
93 minutes technically.
93 minutes. So we are splitting up the episodes to give you a double episode, a double up. So you have 2 segments that we're going to cut halfsies. And so enjoy part 2. We'll see you there.
See ya.
And that's a wrap on Notorious B2B, where we expose the nonsense and remind you that most B2B marketing is just a very expensive guessing game.
Don't, and post a passive-aggressive LinkedIn poll about it. We'll still find you.
And if you have B2B drama we should cover, slide into our DMs. We accept screenshots, leaked internal memos, and questionable brand rebrands.
Until next time, keep your marketing unhinged and your LinkedIn bio free of the words growth hacker. See you later.
Later, skater.